All right, Loy Machedo swinging to you from loymachedo.com. Who's Loy Machedo? Think personal branding. Okay, if you are like me, who keeps getting breaking news updates, right now you'll get to see Roe versus Wade, is all over the news, and everybody's talking about it. So obviously, everyone, would have an opinion. My WhatsApp groups also, everyone's talking about it. So I thought, okay, let me also give you my opinion. Okay, I'll give my opinion. Please feel free to comment down below. You agree, disagree, whatever. Now, I'm not very much of a Democrat or Republican. For me, I always like to choose what I feel is right or wrong, just like some of you. There are many of you who believe, oh, if I'm Republican, should support only what Republicans say, or if I'm Democrat, only support what they say. No. In fact, I used to love Obama. Now I absolutely loathe, hate that guy. Can't tolerate him. He's a hypocrite of the highest order. Absolute hypocrite. I can't. I admire his speaking skills, I admire his leadership, but he's a two-faced hypocrite. That's my opinion. I used to love that guy before. Absolutely hate him. Okay. I rather prefer the Donald Trump style of in-your-face, direct. But then again, Donald Trump is not perfect. He also has his bit of nuances which borderline sometimes to being crazy. Okay, so there's for and against for both the sides. Okay, now having said that, Obama, who I do not like, neither the Democrats or Biden, they support Roe versus Wade. That is, you have a right to your body, you have a right to choose. Okay, while sadly, sad to say, Republicans, they say, no, you don't have any right. Life is pure and life, God has created it and all creations are equal. I was listening to some of their statements and people were giving religious lectures like this guy, what's this, Kevin McCarthy, the people have won. See how they rephrase, the people have won. The right to life has been vindicated. The voiceless have finally a voice. So it sounds all nice. Okay. So what do I think about this whole Roe versus Wade? Okay. See, before my understanding, you can correct me if I'm wrong or right. Before it was like, your rights are protected. You want to have an abortion. It's your body, you want to have an abortion, fine. You don't want to have an abortion, up to you. Okay, nobody can force you and that's about it. Now what they are saying is, no, abortion is not legal because you're killing life and whatever stuff. So now, here comes the part which is confusing is this murder? Abortion, is it murder? Or is it, the child is not yet born? Okay, at what stage can you actually kill? I don't want to go into the moral or scientific argument because I'm neither a scientist, neither are you. And even if you're a scientist, even if you're a doctor, there are, always two sides of the argument. My logic, this is my logic, you tell me if I'm right or wrong. Let's say you had sex. I'm not giving you got raped or someone forced you or father raped his daughter or brother raped his this thing or 10 men raped a girl. I'm not going extreme. Simple. Man and woman, two people. Perfect. They are in love. I'm not even saying that they're having problems between them. They are in love. And now she is pregnant. The girl is pregnant. Not the guy. The girl gets pregnant. The woman. And now she doesn't want to have the child. Okay. Now, if in case the guy says, no, have the child, I'll keep. Okay, that's a different ballgame. But let's assume both of them don't want the child. Now, if you make abortion illegal, you say abortion is not allowed. Like, for example, here in Thailand, abortion is not allowed. Okay. And you give birth. My question is, fine, yes, you give birth. But now, can you force someone to love the child? That's the first question. Can you force someone to love the child? Yes or no? I'm asking simply, can you force the mother or father to love the child? That's number one. Second one, if the mother and father don't have the money or the means to take care of the child, who's going to take care? The government? Are you the policy makers? Okay. Number three is, there are so many children who are born who the mother and father don't pay attention, don't give them proper upbringing. It's like giving birth, like like for example, dogs in heat when they have puppies and they keep multiplying like crazy, and then they don't have proper food, nutrition, medication, and they just keep multiplying. It becomes a nuisance. So is this the answer? You keep giving birth. See, you'll say, oh, planned parenthood and all that. If life was everything, if life could go as per plan, perfectly as per plan, logically, you can control yourself. You don't even need contraceptives. You don't even need a condom. We wouldn't have any problems. The issue is we're dealing with human beings who have feelings, emotions, and the biggest thing of them all is you bring a child into the world. You don't give it proper love, care, nutrition, attention, guidance. The child will grow up to be what? United States, which is busy preaching about human rights and the value of life, I would say it is the most confused nation in the world today. It is the most messed up nation in the world. On one side, they say life is so precious. And the same Republican Party says guns should be given to each and every single person. The more the guns, the more safety you feel. If that is the case, I stayed in Dubai, UAE, United Arab Emirates, where guns are not allowed. There are no shootings. Japan, there are no shootings. You know, most of these countries that don't allow guns, there's nobody shooting each other. Yes, you can have someone smuggle a gun. Yes, you can take another weapon and kill. But the difference between taking a knife and killing someone versus taking a machine gun, you press a machine gun for 10 seconds, maybe it'll shoot 10 bullets, 10 people will die. With a knife in 10 seconds, you can't do much harm. Anyway, that is a different topic altogether. But the reason I'm bringing this out is, you see what nonsense goes on in USA? They're talking about guns. And then here now they're talking about, and remember, I'm not saying Republicans or Democrats. Now they're saying, no, you can't decide. It's not allowed. It's illegal or whatever. And the state will decide whether you can or cannot have an abortion. The state. Now, honestly speaking, if the state, 50% of the states are now planning to say abortion is illegal, 50% would say it's legal. Now, obviously, it's not that it's completely going to be banned. People are still going to move around. But now you're making it harder for them to opt for this. And when you make it harder, what happens? Then you start having more issues, more problems. People try to take shortcuts. People try to take illegal methods. I mean, what are you doing, man? Instead of making life easier for people, you're making it an absolute bloody mess. Now, one is this. Second is, remember I told you about the guns. Oh, they're shooting. We have to give more guns. The third illogical thing is, oh, now you can, what? You can change your gender, do whatever you like, change your gender. Now, I don't mind if an adult changes their gender. Chop your balls, chop your breasts, chop your nose, your eyes, ears, mouth, everything you want to chop, chop it off. If you're an adult, not a child, small child, no, I'm sorry. When you normalize that, then you're crossing the line. Now, I don't want to mix, oh, changing the gender is wrong and giving birth. Let's not mix A and B and C. And the point which I'm trying to say is, today, United States is a messed up country. Why? Because politics is taking center stage. And in order for them to succeed and win and get votes, they're literally ready to put other people's lives in danger. They are ready to do anything just to make sure that they are in positions of power. And I'm not a big fan of Democrats, neither am I a big fan of Republicans. But I prefer the Republican style of doing things a bit more than the Democrats, because I feel sometimes Democrats take it a bit too far. But I'm neither. For me, I just believe what is best for everyone should be implemented. Okay, over here, this particular issue, you are not allowing a woman to decide what is right for her, a grown adult. You are saying, no, you're not allowed to do this and that. You are not allowed. And that is absolutely wrong. I'll tell you what they're going to do now. Now they're going to go to Mexico. They're going to go to different states. They're going to try shortcuts. It's only going to make things worse. If you had given I don't know why they had to change a law that has already been put into place. It's not a law that, like, it's not racist or it's not something that is harmful. All it is saying is you choose. You choose what you feel is right for you. Now, all of a sudden you're like, no, you can't choose. Life is precious. Whether you are ready to take care of the child or not, whether you have the passion, the interest, whether you have even the finance, we don't care. You just bring the child into the world. That's it. We are happy with that. You're going to end up having, United States has the highest number of, I think, people in jail, the highest number, some of the worst criminals in the world. You see how messed up the country is. Because why? Just keep giving birth. See what is happening with India. How many people? Do we need actually more people? Instead of focusing on quality, where, like, I have one baby, just one. I don't want two. Would I opt for an abortion? Absolutely. That is something I definitely would go for if I have, let's say, two or three, or I'm like, man, how? Because end of the day, giving birth is not the difficult part. Taking care of the child is the difficult part. Raising the child is the difficult part. Spending time, spending money. Forget the money. Like, my wife doesn't work. She's right now outside the house sitting with the baby. She's a 24/7 mom. And my baby is actually sick. She's with the baby 24/7. And I'll tell you, it is so tough. Before, my wife wanted to have 5 kids. I joke about it online. Today she said one is enough. Oh goodness, one is more than enough. Just imagine if there's an unwanted pregnancy and you force people, no, you must have. Must have. This is absolute utter shit. Absolute and utter nonsense. Instead of moving forward, they are moving backward with their nonsensical policies. From abortion, have more guns, what do you say? Change your gender, you choose your pronoun, oh, that is hate speech and this and that and all that. United States, instead of moving forward, is actually moving backward. And I think it's, many people are actually like, oh, thank goodness I'm not in a country like USA. Seriously. In fact, before I conclude, I just received a message yesterday. An Indian boy, who managed to go to US, was working in a petrol station or something, got shot dead by some guy who just took a gun. I'm telling you, United States is going backward. Backward is not even a statement. It is becoming one of the worst, hypocritical, confused, and terrible countries in the world. A country which would call someone like Julian Assange and Edward Snowden criminals and traitors and evil. But people like Bush and Obama, who have killed innocent millions, they are great heroes. They are, United States is there to police the whole world. You're a terrorist. You're evil. The regime, what do you say, abuse of human rights. What is US? US is God sent, like Putin said. What, it is God sent? They are God has chosen them to be the judge of everyone. They have no flaws. They have no faults. It's like the final statement. Let me give you. It's like US. They had these interviews with I think Jay Shankar or something his name is, that Indian foreign minister. Very educated. I admire that guy, seriously. the host of it was a World Economic Forum or something, I think. She asked, "Are you with the Allies, or are you supporting, the evil regime or some bullshit like that?" He said, "What do you mean with Allies? You need to get out of that. Either you're with us or you're against us. You need to choose sides." They were questioning India about, you are buying oil from them and sponsoring terrorism. So they bought out a very simple thing. What we take 1 month, what we take for a month, is what Europe takes per day. So why don't you question Europe? Why don't you ask Europe to shut down? Just don't give us any more gas. Double standards, right? So US and the West can do whatever they have. And I think one final thing which he said is, you're living in a day and age where your problems is everyone's problems, but our problems, you don't give a damn. Your problems are not our problem. Your problem is your problem. Don't involve us. See, this is the double standards and the hypocrisy. Anyway, for me, United States is a messed up country, at least right now. One of the worst countries to be in, where gun laws are going crazy, people are going crazy, changing their genders. Finally, at least some sense came where the transgender, where men cannot compete with women. Finally, but it was not United States that came out with the common sense. Oh, there also they are gone mad. Okay. So anyway, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts on Roe versus Wade. Do you support this decision, or do you think this is really stupid? Personally, for me, I'm saying this is absolutely, utterly crazy. And for those of you who say, "Oh, having an abortion is murder," then a blowjob is a bloody cannibalistic habit. Then every female who gives a blowjob should be a cannibal, right? She's eating the small children, right? Yeah, because sperm is also alive, right? Moves, right? Check it under a microscope. It's a living cell. Living cell. You can't answer that question. Anyway, idiots, when you speak to idiots, you'll get only idiotic answers. I'm not a very big fan of destroying life. Not a very big fan. But when a baby is being formed, it's not even a baby, it's a bunch of cells. I mean, I'll just end by saying this. You know, instead of having a child, having a child is one thing. And you're saying, okay, unborn baby, when you kill it, it's a sin. Okay. But then having a child that you don't have any interest to love, no interest to take care, you neglect, you just care a damn. You allow the child to become this lost soul. And it turns out it becomes a criminal. It becomes, I don't know, just, I see so many of these kids, no proper guidance, smoking, drinking, addiction to social media, no purpose in life, completely confused. That is not a sin. That is okay. You give birth, but just don't take care. Like telling my two dogs, just keep giving birth. It's okay. Because if you kill, it's a sin. Keep giving birth. It's okay. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. This is me signing off. You guys take care. Ciao.